Yeah. Welcome, my friends. Hello to you, and welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Not going to lie, today has a vibe of a senioritis day. As I was collecting my thoughts about what I will talk about on the show and so on and so forth, and I realized that I have nothing. So this is one of those shows where I have to kind of almost gather my wits and survive through instinct. And I'm going to do that. Jeremy writes, Eric Zane Show meetup, October 25 at the Magic Bag in Detroit. WATP live show that day. There is? Has that? I didn't even know that. Boy, Carl really gets ahead of things. I need to call his. That's a good idea. Get that fucker on the show. I always call him and just spring shit on him. Hey, Carl, it's me. Very rarely have I ever called Carl and giving him a heads up. You know, it's always been like, just here it comes, whether you like it or not. See if we can't bring him in here on the high-tech phone line.
Easy.
Hey, you're live.
I had a feeling that's when you called me.
Yes, sir. E-Rock is here. He's enjoying the show, but that's not why I'm calling. Am I understanding that that the big Detroit show was announced at the Magic Bag for year 3?
That is correct. October 25th. Save the date.
Okay, yeah, Jeremy is right, and Jeremy says that he'd like to round up the troops, listeners of both shows, and then everybody just buy tickets. We hang out beforehand. We go to the show. We have a hell of a time, and all that. That's year number 3, right?
That's correct. Yes, and it keeps getting bigger and better each year. So once we get the tickets available, I'll make an announcement so we can let everybody know where to go.
Hackamania is next weekend?
That's correct. Yes, we're going to be in Las Vegas, hackamania.com. And they actually have a deal where you can stream it. So if you can't make it to Vegas, you still want to see the shows, the live podcast, stand-up shows, they're available on hackamania.com.
You ever pinch yourself at what you've created? You ever take a chance or take a moment to breathe it all in?
There are times when I get very upset that I shine such a spotlight on Stuttering John and subjected so many people to this piece of shit person because I feel like I've really done a disservice to society at times with this, Eric.
In the big picture scheme of things, with how your show has grown from just a couple of jamokes screwing around on and hoping that maybe your family members listen and you can make a living at it now, a good living.
No, it's crazy. I never got into this thinking it'd become my job. I was always a business professional and, as a part owner in a company when I started doing this as a hobby. And so it was never my goal to make money on it. I reluctantly got on Patreon when people kept telling me they wanted to donate to the show. And so it really is incredible. But when I talk to people and they ask, how do I make a living from podcasting? I just say, well, don't go into it with that goal in mind. Just go into it, have fun, and put together the best show you can. Yeah. And hopefully people will find it. And, I got to thank people like you and Anthony Cumia and Drew Lane and Dick Masterson, a lot of people who had big audiences who liked us enough to show us around.
E-Rock.
To their audience. Yeah, E-Rock.
Can't forget E-Rock.
Yep.
So one more question about that. Sorry. Do you ever have any moments where it's like, boy, this is a bad thing. I don't know if I'm going to survive. And then you couldn't have been further from the truth?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's weird when you host a podcast and you start getting more and more eyeballs because there's always going to be people who are detractors. And so there are communities that have cropped up that are not fans of mine at all. And sometimes you see a lot of negativity seep in and things like that. But then you realize you're like, oh, that's right. These are just nameless nobodies on the internet who are screaming as loud as they can, and no one's listening, so it's fine.
You know, that's because I have the same issues, anxious issues, like, oh no, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And then I've trained myself, I've done it enough, it's happened enough that I'm finally like, when has this ever come true? When has this ever amounted to anything? And the answer is never, never, ever. So that's,
yeah, I'm with you on that. You know, it's hard when you're in the moment, but there are definitely ebbs and flows to all of this. And, you know, you always want to think about what the next step is based on a lot of different factors, a lot of different things that could change, especially with like what we do, because, well, you're actually employed now. You have a boss and stuff.
Yeah, I do. I got to go to, I have like you wouldn't believe it, man. I have a weekly staff meeting I have to attend via Zoom.
Wow, what's that like? I haven't been in a staff meeting in years.
Oh, God. Well, you know, it's 30 minutes because the boss doesn't pay for Zoom extended time. So they're always 30 minutes, no matter what. So
that's good. That's nice.
That's about it. I wanted to also mention you said, hey, Easy, I want you to do this show called Who Are These Broadcasters with Christian Blatt. And we are right around our 45th episode. We have not missed a single week since we started doing that show. Christian does most of the heavy lifting. The guy deserves much more credit than what he gets. But our show is starting to because before, you know, we would start and there'd be like 60, 70 people watching, and it might tickle 90 by the end of the show. But yesterday was the first time it started hot, north of 100, and we averaged probably about 115 during the live show, and they were all very energized and cooperating and being fun. And what I'm noticing with our show is where people are getting used to it to a point where a lot of times people just go on there just to tell us to go fuck ourselves. But it's starting to actually, people are contributing and making nice fun jokes and shit like that on there. I'm really enjoying Who Are These Broadcasters. Thank you for asking me to do that with Christian.
I'm very glad that you're doing it. We just posted, if people who listen to podcasts still, like the audio files, you can sign up for Who Are These Broadcasters wherever you listen to podcasts. I just posted yesterday's episode this morning, so that should be right there in the feed. And I got to tell you, whenever you start a new show, so Who Are These Podcasts, we have a YouTube channel. And on that channel, I do Who Are These Podcasts, I do Who Are These Socials with my buddy Blind Mike, and you guys do Who Are These Broadcasters. And when you first launch a new show, you get a lot of people going, this isn't what I'm used to. I want to watch something different than this. This isn't good. I don't like it. And eventually those people go away and the people who enjoy it come to it. And I'm seeing a lot of great engagement with that show. And especially, you know, you get over 100 people watching live, but it really racks up numbers after the fact too.
And for a schlep like me, 100 is a ton from where I am right now as 32 riveted audience members are just thoroughly enjoying this, Carl, as we speak.
I'm sure that they all are enjoying themselves with this amazing conversation. I'm sure it's riveting.
Yes. Okay. Well, anything else I need to know? You got a show coming up Saturday. And I mean, you're just go to whoarethese.com and everything is all there, correct?
Everything's there, yeah. And hackmania.com, the promo code is WATP for that.
Okay, I'm excited. Can I participate? I guess I should. Am I even participating in the Detroit show?
You always are participating in the Detroit show, my friend.
All right. I am happy. Please bring Lucy Tightbox. She is just so exquisite. I love her so much. What a doll.
She'll be over at my house later today. She's on Who Are These Podcasts today.
Oh, my God.
Along with Brian Johnson from Tell 'em Steve Dave.
I just want to look at her. And just kind of, you're just so beautiful. It's just incredible. All right. Very good. I appreciate you so much, buddy.
All right. I'll let Lucy know you were simping for her.
Yep. All right.
All right, buddy.
See you, man. Bye.
Good to talk to you.
You too. See you. That's Carl. There's that word simping. Hang on. I guess I'm a simp. There's a lot of things I don't understand. Japanese. No, who was it? It was Christian and I bring this dude on during Who Are These Broadcasters. What the fuck is his name? I don't know. But he goes, he's younger. He referred to someone as an LOL cow or lol cow. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. And he tries to explain it to me, and I still didn't get it. I need like one word to describe what a lol cow is. So anyway, all right. Chris writes, what did Carl do before Who Are These podcasts? I believe he was in marketing, like an advertising specialist, an ad agency. He would write ads for whatever medium. And then one day that went belly up. And then that was the end of that. I have Dear Meathead happening in moments with Dad. Okay. I dialed him yesterday to get him on the phone. And I realized it was 10 p.m. and it just rang. I was like, oh, God, what an asshole I am. He will be joining us momentarily. If you have a question for us that you want Dad to answer, by all means, send it along. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Could be anything at all that's going on in your life. If you could just put it into a question and just send it along. And if it's clunky or wordy, I'll edit it. No worries. It just gets him talking, gets his sweet mind a buzzing, and that's all we're looking for. That is all we are looking for. So we will get to that in just a little bit. Otherwise, I'll just chit chat with them. I don't. I think we all came to the same consensus that when we ask him questions, sometimes he doesn't have any clue what the hell we're talking about, and he has to ask. He's smart enough to say, "Hey, Joanne, what do you think?" And she kind of feeds him the answer. And I've noticed that. I think we're at a little bit of an odd spot with him, but that doesn't mean we can't talk to him, because I think, frankly, the way the relationship is, the way him engaging us, and he's part of something. It's something he looks forward to. It would be really weird if I just suddenly said, well, it's just not working, so we're not going to call you anymore. You know, that's a bad precedent, I think. That's a bad way to look at it. There's, just have a conversation with your pops. So we'll do that. Of course, 90 years old. Okay. You can send it along, Eric@ericzaneshow.com. On the Shoreliners striping inbox. Shoreliners striping, they stripe parking lots, they stripe athletic fields. And I actually said to Timmy in the fall, I go, yo, hey, I want to stripe. If I have free time, that's a bad thing. I want to either be doing Pooh Bear chores to earn Pooh Bear points, and then I want to make money. And that's all I want to do. Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday. Let's do this. Started out hot and heavy, and I was striping. I was actually striping athletic fields. Like Chris Denham over here, he runs Michigan Rangers, and their field complex in Hudsonville. That was your old pal EZ striping that. Okay, and then they have the work for me, but I have been absolutely slammed. I think I gave myself one too many jobs, because Bosco's has been panning out nicely, and they've been giving me hours. And you're like, easy, what the fuck? Are you broke? No, I'm not, but I am worried. And you know what motivates me? Worry and fear. And this is what I mean by that. I just am dreadfully afraid of somehow, when I get old, being broke. And I think that's irrational. So I earn, save. A lot of this has to do with Madison and the education. And she has one more year. So here we go. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, okay, it's to a point now where my days and nights are so full that I'm marking off years at a time on my schedule. Okay, I'm going to go hard for this next year while she's in school. And then I can back off a little bit and maybe relax and only work 6 days a week. 6.5. We'll make it 6.5. Let's settle for 6.5 days a week. Okay, which is why I am extremely, I have this senioritis going on right now. So that's kind of what's in my brain. E-Rock is here, as I mentioned. He writes, insurance is a bigger worry nowadays, too. Oh, without a doubt. My God. You play this game with healthcare.gov. I don't know if you have to utilize healthcare.gov, E-Rock, or if Mrs. E-Rock has the insurance. But I've got to utilize healthcare.gov. And then it's really fucked up because if I have a good year, then they make you pay back all the tax subsidies that they give you. So if it's like $1,500 for insurance for a month for a premium, they go, we're going to give you $1,100. You just pay $4. I go, fuck yes. Family plan. Yes. And then I sell one too many sponsorships, or I pull out just a little bit too much money from my retirement to pay for college, and the government goes, you dumb fuck. Your earnings went past the threshold. Now you got to pay us back. So you take 1,100 times 12. Fucking shit. My whole focus changed, says E-Rock. Obviously, when the kid arrived, I'm always in a panic state to make sure everything is being taken care of. Oh, yeah, that's a whole new level of worry. E-Rock says, yo, I found an email exchange between you and I when I was still at ONA and you on Free Beer and Hot Wings. I'll send it over to you. It's over Jesse Ventura. I know exactly what it is. It was when we had Jesse on and we were having a good conversation with Jesse. Jesse's kind of a dope now. I don't think anybody gives a shit what Jesse says. But back then he was pretty good, and it wasn't that long after Jimmy. Let's see, forgot my password. Jim Norton got into that fight with with him, and my God, I kind of want to play that again. Jim Norton, Jesse Ventura. God, was this fucking great? They were arguing about something, and it just got off the rails. I love it. Jimmy is so quick-witted. Talk about a person you would never want to get in this type of discussion with. Oh, my God. Absolutely fantastic. So let's go back in time. When Jesse was on, E-Rock was, I think, shooting the video of this. And so there's Jesse, and Jimmy and him are getting into it.
Those hijackers alive.
Yes, they are.
They're not. He's hosting a talk show in Saudi Arabia. No, he's not.
They're all
He's
dead?
not.
You're sure of that?
Yes.
Were the bodies identified?
No, but that's taking to that argument.
Well, we'll just fly with that. What the hell? My government told me that. So, you know why I don't believe my government?
Well, you believe Saudi Arabia's government?
No.
They're over there flying planes around commercial airliners?
But here's why I don't believe my government. My government has lied to me so many times in my life.
Okay, fair enough.
They lied to me about the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Isn't that pretty important? The incident.
Well,
that
you didn't
got
want
us
to go
into
back that
Vietnam?
far. You don't want to go back that far with Kennedy. We can't go back that far in Vietnam. You said to me that we're those guys.
No,
who said,
because this happened in 2004, pal. So we're not going back that far.
You said we send our guys.
You see, this is a good chat. That's compelling. Whatever it is we're talking about is fine. It isn't bad here.
Off to war without giving a shit, and I'm telling
We
you
do.
that's not true.
Yes,
I'm not.
it is.
I
Yes, it
agree
is.
with you.
When did you go to war?
I've never been in the military.
There you go.
Okay, now it gets weird because he's doing that shit.
So you don't know.
But I say pull them out of every. So because I've never been in the military, when we are attacked by I feel a nation, we should not.
It should be proven first.
I feel we proved it. You feel we didn't. You
Yeah.
also feel that fucking Bush was behind 9/11. So we're always going to disagree.
Hey, don't put fucking words in my mouth.
Okay, now it goes. Now you see, it's gone to the next level here.
You feel that the U.S. government was behind it.
How
and
is
Bush
that?
was at the
From,
head of the
I
US
didn't
government.
say that.
Who do you think
I
is
just
behind
said.
it?
I just
Our
said.
government's covering it up.
We have not been told the truth.
So you feel that
Well,
Bush?
okay. Wait a minute. All right. If you'll calm down a moment.
You're yelling. You said
I'm
the
not
F word.
yelling.
You're the governor. The F
This is serious, and I'm only talking your language so you'll understand.
No, you shouldn't bring you down to my level. Bring me up to yours.
You know,
I want to
all right,
solve what you
let
said.
me
about, I wanna
answer this
solve what you
question.
said. No, I
Ask-
want to solve what you said about.
You know, if you're not going to let me talk, I'm out the door.
You've been talking the whole time. All you do is yell over people, and you don't want to address point by point. You act like we say, send our boys to war, fuck them. We've never said that. I agree with you. But I want to pull them out of Germany. I want to pull them everywhere. The U.S. military should never be dying for other countries. I don't care
Korea.
what happens.
Get 'em out.
Fuck them. I don't care if Kim Jong-il takes this out. That's not my business. I just think that if we are attacked, we have the right to want our military to respond. So that's not some warmonger saying fuck the boys, send them over.
Okay, so now Jesse's acting butthurt.
That's what I wanted to address.
He's just staring at him.
Jesse just sits and looks at Jimmy
Why?
awkwardly.
That was a fair point I just made. You were wrong when you said that.
I don't know. I didn't listen.
You just talk over everybody. Holy, you're a big guy and you talk
I
loud.
talked over you.
Yes,
You're
you.
just now yelling at me because I'm not talking.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling about your point. You accused us of something, so it's not
No, I
fair.
didn't accuse him.
Sure you did. You guys are just full of shit. You're warmongers. It's like that's not the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I stand
It's-
corrected.
Thank you.
Ah, what an asshole.
Great American.
Well, I'm not saying I'm a great American, but I'm not a
When
warmonger.
your country calls, you're there.
Hey, I've never been in the military, so you're brave. I'm a coward. I have no right. We got it. Stop.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did through implication. We all speak this. We have the commonality of language, so you can't say "Did I say that?" when you say something. To me. You did it to me. You said I don't believe in the Constitution.
It says 20 minutes later.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jess.
Governor,
You always
Nice.
just sulk and walk away. Why?
No,
you
I'm
put
done.
words in my
Hey,
mouth.
there's a fucking guy here telling me I got a schedule,
You're
asshole.
using dirty language, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Bye, tough guy.
Bye, tough guy.
And thanks for your service to our country.
You're welcome. Thanks for touching me with your fucking stupid riff-raff fucking Rocky Horror hairdo. You're big.
I love that he said your riffraff. He barely got it out. He was so fucking flustered. He couldn't even say the goddamn insult, and it made it funnier.
Fucking Rocky Horror hairdo. You're bigger than me and stronger than me, so what? I don't give a shit. You want to beat me up, go ahead. I'm not going to fight a guy like you. That means nothing to me. I argued with you. You put words in my mouth, and you didn't like when I did it to you. You put words in my mouth saying I didn't believe in the Constitution, and that's bullshit. It's not true. I don't agree with abusing it.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome. You're a bigger patriot than me. Godspeed. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. There's Eric. Look at you, you fresh-faced fuck. Look at him.
Get the camera outside.
Fucking baby.
that ended on a
Fucking baby.
nice note.
Fucking great. God damn it. I could every couple of months you just gotta bust that one out. Jesus Christ, is that funny? Oh. How dare Jim Norton not kiss Ventura's ass? He's a veteran. So what I wrote to Eric. Favor. Our 10-year anniversary show is coming up at the end of June. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait, that's the... I don't think I want you to see that. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. I thought you said you sent me an old email. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. Who cares? All right. Because you said you sent me an email, and I was like, wait, is that an old one? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Sure. Whatever it is you want, I'll do it. I thought you forwarded me the email that I sent you that long ago. Fuck, I'm an idiot. You're like sending me an email now, and I'm like, oh, hey, everybody, look at the email that E-Rock sent me. I'm an asshole. He says, no, I said, oh, found the email chain. I don't know. Aram says Jesse scared the crap out of me. Well, okay. Jesse is real big on these conspiracies. And his whole thing when we were talking to him at the time was that he had the so-called proof that somebody had killed Kennedy. Somebody else had fired the bullet. And he was going on and on about Lee Harvey Oswald couldn't have done it because he wasn't a good shot and blah blah blah. I reenacted the shot and I couldn't even have any accuracy and I said, yeah, well, maybe he was a better shot than you. And he pauses and goes, oh, really? He qualified marksman. I qualified expert 3 consecutive times. Marksman is the worst. Expert is the best. I was like, ah, fuck. What is it about people who, like, steamroll their way through conversations like Jesse and somehow can make you feel like a moron, make you feel like you're wrong? In a lot of ways, I think I do that. When I talk on the air, some of the times I have to say, hey, that was all just anecdotal. That was all hyperbole. I found that out the hard way on Q100 that I have to be careful with the vigor at which I tell a tale. Because I've gotten the old, everybody believed you when you said that. All right. What I was getting, I've been trying to make the same damn point for like 2 hours. E-Rock says because they can't do back and forth. It's insecurity of intelligence and fear of sounding uninformed. All right. So this whole senioritis thing is in my brain, but I'm extremely busy despite the fact that this is my last podcast of the week. Okay? I'm going to do this podcast. Well, I should say this is the last podcast day. And then I have my Patreon show, which we will get to. And then tomorrow, Friday, and Monday on the free platform, it's some Patreon shows that I strung together, and I will post for you. And then on Patreon, I am featuring the segments or the shows called Something to Listen to While I'm Away. The first show is March 6th, 2010. And then the subsequent days from 2010. So 3 straight shows from the year 2010 in their entirety, unedited in their purest form, will be available for you. I cannot figure out why this goddamn camera is blurry, and it's pissing me off. It's embarrassing. I made my old show's subreddit again. Ben tipped me off. I'm like, oh boy. Now, very rarely, I mean, it's like never, is my name mentioned. My name is Mud on that subreddit. Okay? I'm banned from it. They don't allow me to post. And now, whenever anybody says anything about me, like, hey, I like it, everybody goes, yeah, thanks a lot, Zane. And they all think it's me. So it's fucked. But whatever. I don't give a shit. Jeremy says, oh, man, that thread is weird. And, in fact, there have been posts made about me that says, look, there's a moratorium on EZ. Do not mention him. All he is a goddamn troll, this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, whatever. So no big deal. I don't care. But it seems like every few weeks, somebody takes one of my posts and like posts it up there and say, oh my God, can you believe this asshole, what he said about Free Beer and Hot Wings? Now look, make no mistake. I have been Jocktobering Free Beer and Hot Wings, or who are these who are these Zanes? I'm sorry, who are these free beers of their show for almost a year now. And every time I post something like that with Ben and I doing that show, it is fucking, boom, it lights up. And you know what also goes up? My downloads every single time. So I don't have to be on those goddamn things. It's a good thing I'm not, because I would just sit there and argue with people because I'm a moron. E-Rock says message boards are the lowest common denominator of people. You don't need it. There's zero mention or buzz for that show. It's been forgotten. Oh, I know. But it is great fun for me, who has had a hand in it so closely, to be able to listen like a program director and critically air check them and goof on them. We all know how much fun that can be. And boy, we have had a great time doing that since we started doing Who Are These Free Beers. Just as much as I like listening to my old shit from years ago and make fun of that. Let's see. Rich says, your name is becoming better received more recently thanks to increased Kelly hate. Showbro Michael says, yeah, people need to make themselves feel better. F them. Joe Martinez says, that's what I've been telling you, moron. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what you're referencing. What have you been telling me? Only thing you've been telling me is Jim Harbaugh is great, Michigan rules, the Lions suck, and I need to see a chiropractor. That's the only fucking thing that I have heard from you. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. E-Rock says, your throwback shows, the Vericheks, Who Are These Zanes, is enjoyable. Good. I'm glad you enjoy that. No, that's always a fun time. Joe says, no, I'm agreeing with you. You are a moron. Oh, that's, I know. Thank you. Jeremy says, they seem to think all you talk about is FBHW. It's everything FBHW used to hate. People who listen to one thing out of a 3-hour show and assume that's all that goes on. Yeah, it's cool. I don't mind. I can't go wrong if they're talking about me. This person who I'm suspicious, and this is what's bad. This person who wrote this fucking thing just made an account. It's like their only post. So everybody's going to see this and go, hey, that's Eric. I've been listening to the show since 2005 and genuinely enjoy it. I was bummed as anyone when Zane left. He brought an edge they haven't been able to get back, blah, blah, blah. I feel I remember them getting into wars with other shows and talking bad about them, and it was funny and seemed to be good for getting attention. I think that they have mellowed out with age, but I don't get the Zane issue. I recently started listening to Zane's podcast, and his best stuff is when he talks shit about the old show. He has whole segments dedicated to making fun of every member, past and present. I wish that they would not avoid him like he never existed. Yeah, there's no chance that people don't think that this is me. It would be great if they took some shots and made fun of him. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, Zane wants them to talk about him, so he writes this. You guys got to stop. And it would probably be good for both fan bases. I assume they just don't want to give him any more publicity, but they get ripped apart on his show all the time, and it's his best stuff that they should respond, I feel. Okay, first of all, they should not respond. That would be a huge mistake. All right, we don't like each other, and if they respond, that's more attention for me. So they do not want to respond. That would be a horrible mistake on their part. Now, if they did, I would be over the moon. I would be very happy with that if they did. They won't because they're smart. Why the fuck would they talk about me? And frankly, it doesn't matter if they do or they don't. I'm still going to do the show. I like doing the shows that I do. They're fun. I enjoy doing them. Most people go, oh, yeah, he's just doing it because he can't get over it. He's a fucking loser. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, I guess some people, I can understand them thinking that I am kind of a loser, and I kind of am. But give me a fucking break. I think those shows are fun, and the audience that listens to them, I mean, I've got a small audience that follows me, but it's enough to do what I do, so fuck it. Who gives a shit? Zane needs the show. The show doesn't need Zane. That's the main difference. Agreed. That is 1,000,000% true. I do need them. If they stopped doing a show, I would not be able to do Who Are These Free Beers. Now, it doesn't mean I'm dead. I mean, I've done a lot of shit before. I've only been doing 15 episodes. I've only done 15 episodes of that show. So, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Let's see. Zane was a bully. Yes, often he was funny, but equally, I felt embarrassed for him when he harassed and made fun of callers and guests on the show. I did not. I listened back to those and I'm like, yes, fucking get him. There were plenty of times when I changed the station because I just hated the direction his conversation was taking it. His focus always seemed to be taking everyone else down a peg. That is remarkably accurate. And I got that all the time. I had about 50% hate and 50% love from the audience on that show. Okay? But you have to have that. It was either I hate you or I love you. There was no in between. I am not an in between guy. That's what everybody else's job is for. I'm not there to kind of tiptoe around. I mean, I've experienced the same thing here. When have I ever done this show and you were like, I don't know where Zane stands on this? You have to. And with that, you get that. This person, oh my God, I couldn't stand it. I had to turn it off. I felt bad. Jesus Christ. But if you could also hear from, there are plenty of people who felt the opposite way to that intensity. Even now, if I hear Zane on the old shows, I'll be ready to switch to something. His humor is just so hateful and demeaning. Okay, that's true. And there have been times that I've been listening to those old shows and I went, God damn it. What are you doing? It happens. His suggestions to Joe on his stunts always made me cringe with embarrassment and feel terrible for everyone involved. Holy shit. I wish the best for Zane. I'm sure he has legitimate gripes. No, not really. That's why he's still fixated on the show. No, that's where you're wrong. I'll be honest with you on all this shit you've spoken of here. But I'm not so fixated on the show because I have gripes. I make money off their show. People tune into my show and support me in my various endeavors because of what I'm making. That's it. I mean, you're right. That's why I do it. I need that show for that reason. I get the feeling that he probably feels fucked over, but I honestly don't miss feeling like I need to apologize to every caller, guest, or victim of a stunt that he was a part of. Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break. I love this, too. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like taking pot shots at people is juvenile behavior. Exactly! It really takes me out of them. I can't, you wrote it weird. Out of the moments on Freebird when that happens. Negative to just be negative. Seems not very mature. This is all like a promotional piece written for me. I cannot participate in this. But they all think it's fucking me. God damn it. Unbelievable. Kenny writes, why would some listener feel they needed to apologize? They needed to apologize. What? Yeah, I know. He writes, weirdo. The people that say they feel embarrassed are so odd, Patrick writes. Why the hell were you listening then? There were some real softball shows out there. Well, I don't know, a mixed bag of people. You like some, don't like the others. There was another one I wanted to get to after okay. This person, brand new account with only this post, talking about the guy who wrote this post. And I said, oh, God, they're going to think it's me. This person says, Eric, we all know this is you being as desperate for attention as ever. Get over it and move on. And then this person writes, no, I think that this is actually a super fan. There was one on here, he's talking about you, Patrick, a while ago who couldn't make a single comment without twisting it to be about Zane somehow. And after I called them out several times, Zane himself actually messaged me, I did, and said something like, yeah, he's a huge fan. I know who this is. It's just this thing, and sent me some screenshots. It's kind of funny that he sort of cultivates this kind of following, but then loses control of it. I don't think I've lost any control of it. I love the people that follow me. I was lurking on his subreddit recently during all this Kelly stuff, and his own fans were calling him a liberal pussy for backing down on his attacks on her. I never attacked her. The only thing I've ever attacked Kelly about is her disability, her handicap. I've only made fun of her speech impediment. That's the only thing that I have focused on. I haven't focused on anything else other than her crispy R's and her when she does that shit. Okay? So I don't know and I don't remember anybody calling me a liberal pussy either. The fuck? Anyway, so no attacks on Kelly. Give me a fucking break. Kelly and I are pals. She reached out to me personally. We had a nice conversation. I told her, I go, don't worry, girlfriend. I got you. Someone even went after him for having a gay child. I have no recollection of that. He acts like a bully. His fans are all bullies. And then they turn on him when he isn't a big enough bully anymore. I don't know, man. I think you're making that more than it is. I don't see that. You'll have to show me that one, I guess. That's weird. This guy told me to go cuddle the creepy pillow dude. Well, he thinks it's me. Again, they all think it's me. I made this goddamn post. Jesus Christ. Why would anyone this guy writes, why would anyone waste their time talking to an employee that's been gone for 8 years? Exactly. This guy's got it. They have no reason to talk about me. I don't know why this fucking moron insisted that they should. There's nothing to gain for them. They're doing fine without him. He's the one that's called into FBHW to play a Name That Tune game as a regular contestant. That was fun. They can't be concerned with his dumb little show. Absolutely true. This person says probably contractually obligated to not talk about Zane. No. It's just, why bother? I'm a fucking pimple on their ass. It doesn't matter. Zane was the reason I did not listen to earlier shows that much. I got the immature trying to be angry vibe from him back then. I actually didn't start really regularly listening and liking the show until he got the boot. So there you go. I actually am very happy, though, that they talk about me on a thread that I'm supposed to be banned on, and there's a moratorium on my name. I still populate it on a regular basis, and that helps the show grow. That does me no harm. But a lot of what you say, I agree with. So if any of you happen to listen to my show and are one of those people that are on there, would you please do me the solid and explain on there, because I cannot post that where I stand on all of this, because I think that's silly to suggest by the original poster, this no_homework 132, that they should talk about me. That would be a horrible move on their part, and I don't think they should. And I hope they don't. If they did, it would be confirmation. I think I would really have to get under their skin. And that's the only way. And that would be a telltale sign. If they did decide to reference me in some way, shape, or form, that is a key indicator that I've hit the mark. So until then, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and having fun. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. That's all I base my show on. Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Yes. Does the audience that I have enjoy what I'm doing? Yes. Is it growing? Yes. Quickly? No. But it's growing, and I'm happy. So it's all good. It is all good. Corey is here, finally. Tyler describes it as, they're not attacks, just mocking her crispy R's and her crazy banshee shrieks. Pin Pusher says, easy is fun and sexy. I know. I appreciate that you're pointing out what I and everyone knows. And you're a fan of, who are these broadcasters, too. I appreciate the fact that I am either making you have a boner or a bit of moisture in your nether lady parts. And I don't know if you're a male or a female. Though there was a time in my life when I was a homophobe and I would have been mortified that I was turning a man on. But I do have that effect on my gay listeners. I have been told by the gays that they would like to engage me in some type of sex. Bob says, disability for Kelly? Are you crazy? Voice of an angel. Donut Dan suggests that it is actually good for both shows. It draws listeners to check out both shows. Yes. I want you to listen to the Free Beer and Hot Wings show because when you hear something happen, you have to tip me off. Let me know. Give me a daytime. Wait a minute. Date, day, and timestamp. Whereabout it is in the show, and I'll get after it. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Kelly's is probably the only one that has the capability to respond in a funny way. Chris said it would crack the internet if they did a who are these, and you responded. My head hurts after typing that. Who are these? Wait a minute. Who are these? Who are these? Okay. Wow. Yeah, that is weird. I think mine broke just reading it. Jeremy says, FYI, who are these? That's not your best stuff. Dear Meathead is. It's great to hear Joanne and your dad and how you interact with them. Well, thank you. Every person has a different vibe as to what is their favorite thing on this show. Speaking of that, I got to get Dad in here right now for another edition of Dear Meathead. And let's see. Got a few questions here. We'll pick them apart. Thank you so much for sending them along. I appreciate you very much. Let's see if we can't do this. Dear old Dad. Let's bring him in right now.
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, hey, I think I made a mistake.
What's that?
I didn't realize last night what time it was, and I called like at 10 p.m. And then I hung up. I was like, oh no, I hope I didn't wake anybody up.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
We're talking.
Yeah. So, Dad, I'm very, very excited because this week we are all going to meet up north in Grayling.
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
I'm excited.
My lovely wife, your favorite daughter-in-law, Diana, says
Yes, Diane, man.
yes.
Woman.
She can't wait to see you, and she said she's looking forward to drinking wine with Joanne.
Oh my God. What a bunch of drunks.
Yeah, some White Claw or some. Is that what you're drinking right now, Joanne? White Claw?
That's what she's drinking with me.
Okay, and you're drinking white wine, is that right?
Oh, I like red wine.
Red wine. Now, is red wine? Are you supposed to drink that warm or chilled?
I drink it chilled. Lizzie drinks it warm.
Okay. All right. So I think everybody's going to kind of blow off some steam and have a good time.
Yeah. A bunch of drunks.
Yes. Now you and I are the only sober ones.
You're right. You're right.
You and I and Marquis and Sue are the only ones. Well, no, I take it back. There is actually a few more, but I mean, it's just pretty crazy to think that there was a time when, you know, you and I were we drink the moment we woke up in the morning.
I know. I remember that. I don't know whatever happened.
I know. I think Joanne raised some hell, and you said, "All right, I better quit."
I did. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She agrees.
Yeah, that's the way it is. You know, sometimes it takes a little while, but people like you and I, we kind of we get stuck in a rut, but we grew out of it, and now we're absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we sure are. Clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle, absolutely right. Dad, when you were growing up, did they ever have like when you were in Iran? Did they have like marijuana?
I don't think so. I never knew. I knew nothing about it except what, a little wine or something.
No, marijuana.
No. You know, like pot.
In Iran?
Yeah. You know, the drug.
Yeah.
we never had any drugs in Iran.
No, you never smoked. People wouldn't smoke dope or do cocaine in Iran.
They did hashish.
They did hashish.
Okay, so did you smoke hashish?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Yes,
Oh,
you did.
you don't. You're embarrassed, aren't you?
I'm not embarrassed at all.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't care.
Oh, okay. Was
I
that?
don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Hashish is like marijuana, isn't it? Isn't it similar?
Probably so.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't know why that popped into my head. It's just something I thought about. Okay, question for you. Is summer your favorite time of the year?
You know, I don't know if I have a preference, you know.
Well, the thing about summer is it gets so hot sometimes, and then, you start to smell.
Yeah, I generally don't even leave the house.
Yes, you do. You go outside all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dad.
My memory is
Okay.
altering me.
All right, Dad. Hey, let me change the topic here. Kelly here has a question, and here is the scenario. One of Kelly's coworkers keeps talking about her divorce, and it's starting to get on Kelly's nerves. Kelly doesn't want to hear it anymore about her coworker's divorce. How should she say something? She wants to tell her nicely to shut up.
I think you can say once and all, hey, listen, don't you get tired of your own conversation? You know, switch subject, and then tell him, listen, whatever his name is, her name,
Yeah.
don't you get tired of your own analogies, you know? 'Cause I'm tired.
Is there any concern with that, with saying that about it being taken poorly?
Well, I don't know. I
Well,
just...
Well, Dad, you've always been a very straightforward person, so I think maybe I think we need more people to think like that. I mean, I can just imagine Kelly getting her coffee, and then the coworker starts talking about the divorce, and then Kelly says, "Hey, don't you get tired of your own conversation?"
Yeah, I think you ought to tell them that it's annoying. You know, this is crap.
Yeah. Let me add that to it. Hey, this is annoying. I think it's crap.
This wouldn't be you, would it?
No.
I just want... Oh,
No.
You're very spoken.
Yes, that's correct. No, this is lovely Kelly. It's a young lady who she listens to you, and she sent this question along. Anyway,
I would have one piece of advice to Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly, in this world, there's all kinds of people. Some of them have pleasant conversations. Some don't have any conversation, and some of them have some conversation. If it's happening that way, walk away from it.
walk away.
I mean,
So, okay, we have two choices.
walk away from a conversation.
Just walk away or tell her or say, hey, this is annoying. It's crap.
Well, I mean, when you said even use the word crap,
Okay. Yeah.
you're damaging yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe
know.
back off the word crap.
Yes.
Okay,
Back
gotcha.
up the whole thing.
Okay. Change it all up. Just walk away.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Jimmy writes, now Jimmy is a dear listener who lives in Maine. Okay.
Wow.
Now, what's interesting,
Wow.
Jimmy knows that I am traveling this summer to Maine. Okay. He says,
Yeah.
Meathead, what would you like Eric to bring back for you from Maine? He says, I recommend lobster fried whole belly clams, or fresh haddock, or do you just want a T-shirt?
Well, the second item you mentioned is my favorite.
The lobster?
Yeah.
Yeah, lobster is absolutely incredible. Have you ever had like a live lobster, and it's alive, and you drop it in the hot pot? Have you ever done that one? Yeah,
No.
I don't want to be there when that happens. To me, that's I can't.
I
Handle
don't either.
It makes me very sad. I can't handle that.
That's torturing a live animal.
Right. Now, if I get there and it's already on the plate in front of me, then I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Then it's
Yeah,
okay.
If you saw somebody already butchered them and did or whatever,
Right.
okay. Otherwise, I don't like to watch that at all.
Yeah. By the way, Dad, I was recently up north to, and I was by myself, and on the way home.
Which you usually are.
Yeah, I was kind of like cutting the grass and stuff. But on the way home, I noticed that there was a turtle in the middle of the road on I-75, and he's big turtle, and he's of course moving very slowly. So I got out of the way so that I didn't strike him, but I don't know ultimately what happened to him because I didn't look behind me. I didn't want to see if anybody hit the poor thing. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, do you remember when we were driving home in the van and it was me and Matlock and you ran over a turtle?
No, I have no memory of.
God, you hit that thing and it went like it blew up in a million pieces. There was turtle everywhere.
I think I remember that, but that saddens me. I hate.
It was so horrible. You were so sad. We're trying to console you. We're like, Dad, it's okay. It's gonna be all right. You didn't swerve, and that's good because we were in that van. If you had swerved, we would have rolled the thing, and we'd have been dead. So thank God you didn't.
Well, no, that is definitely a no-no in my.
Well, yeah, you didn't intentionally do it. It was an accident.
I know. I don't know. I would get up and walk up and pick them up if I can and put them aside.
Oh, yeah.
Live.
Have a burial. Yes. I remember one time I was riding my bike in the area around here where I live, and there was a snapping turtle in the road. He was huge, and I didn't want him to get hit. So I was standing behind him and over him, and I wanted to lift him up and put him over to the other side of the road. And I didn't realize that they can whip around and bite the shit out of you.
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That actually happened. Yeah, it scared the hell out of me. But I got him to the other side, so he's good to go. All right.
Well, I love people that love animals, or people that just kill them and all that. I have no respect for them.
Yeah, I have a list. One of the audience members here named Aram, he's a big hunter. He's always going out and hunting things. I couldn't do it. I don't know. I just don't have what it takes.
Could not do that at all.
Yep. Okay.
I'm glad that you got some of my norms.
Yes. We got to love all animals. Love all animals.
Oh yeah.
Aram has the bloodlust, from what I'm understanding. It's a horrible thing.
What is that? Whoa, say that again.
He has bloodlust.
Does he eat the kill?
I think he just shoots them and lets them run around injured, and then they just die.
Oh, that's horrible. If he eats it, that's okay, because
Yes.
we eat all kinds of meat.
Right.
People-
Yes, of course, So, Dad, I just to wrap this up, you and Joanne, you're going to get up there on Friday. We're going to sit by the fire. It's going to be awesome. S'mores, fish fry, French fries. I'm sorry?
I really miss that.
Well, here you go. It's all happening again this weekend, so I can't wait to see you.
Wow.
And there's
I'm just curious to if any changes are made there naturally or by you or something.
Yeah. Well, I did a little work on the outhouse.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to do?
I put a new roof on it, and then I painted it. I put a new piece of wood on it, but
Good.
everybody's making fun of me because I used OSB.
Is that roof what I put up there?
It was
Initially?
It was a very old roof. Yes, I
Yes.
took off 2 layers of shingles. There was a lot of moss up there.
Well, that's good, honey.
Yeah, so
You
that's,
really take care of that place. I love you for that.
you're going to be impressed.
All right.
Okay.
You leave the people.
Yeah. Joanne wants to know if you left a peephole.
No, the peephole is gone.
Oh no, that's how people know if somebody's walking towards it.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, maybe we should put a "Do Not Enter" sign on it or something. I don't know. All right.
Somebody stole the peephole.
Yeah, you better put "Do not enter" because Josh did one time.
Do you remember how that hole got there?
I think
No.
Dad put it in there for that very reason.
Oh, I thought it was because I shot it. I thought I. All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
memory.
Okay, here we go. I appreciate you guys, and just remember, if someone at work is talking nonstop about a divorce, I took some notes. It says, "Hey, don't you get tired of your own conversations? Hey, this is annoying. It's crap."
Yeah. Absolutely good.
All right. I will talk to you on Friday.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you,
Love you
too.
too.
Okay, see you next.
Bye.
Talk to you next time. Bye bye. There it is, dear Meathead. Oh my God, I almost have trepidation. Just wondering. I mean, because that actually worked out, but I'm finding myself having to be. I guess the word is protective. I mean, you guys have a better handle on this than I have. How, if you were to go back and listen to Dear Meathead from 2017 to now, it's going to be different. It's you have a man who's you're witnessing him go through the process of Alzheimer's, and I hate to bring the room down, but I just it's just unbelievable that this is kind of like out there. Anyway. Kenny says those would be good drops to use for your Q100 show spots. I don't know. You mean what we talked about here? I think that's what you mean. I think I know what you're talking about. All right. Yeah, no, he doesn't remember it, but that outhouse right on the door, there's a hole in it. And I might have mentioned this on the show. One day we were shooting pop cans with a 22, and I aimed at the outhouse and shot it, and it went right at head level. Like if you were sitting there taking a dump, it's right at your eyes. And I had no idea if someone was in there or not. I didn't know that. There could have very easily have been someone in there taking a dump with the door closed, and then they get one right between the fucking eyes. Can you believe that? And that was on the door that I just replaced. That old, that long ago. I was a kid. My dad was so fucking pissed. But I don't think he was pissed off that I could have killed someone. I think he was pissed off because I showed him such a low level of respect, no respect, by shooting the outhouse, which is part of the property. It's someone's shit. And after the life of me, I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Who gives a shit? It's a goddamn outhouse. Who cares? Kenny says, lift the line. Don't you ever get tired of your own conversation? And then the big voice guy would say, you're listening to Eric Zane on the Insane Asylum. Mornings. And I see exactly what you're saying. That would be a good sweeper. Hey, don't you ever get tired of your own conversations? Chris says, bring a pistol and put the peephole back in there. All right. The radio show today, it was, I had to do this pre-recorded thing again, which is kind of a trick. But we pulled it off. The show went off without a hitch. There's lots of hicks. Everybody's like, oh my God, it sounds fine. It sounds live. And now they're realizing that, hey, just voice track it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to voice track. I don't want to be in real time. You cannot voice track. Voice track is good temporarily. We need to be in real time. I need to be in here getting the flow of the music and then discovering the news events from the 3-4 hours that you're on, talking about them as they flow. There's rhyme and reason to it. Megan says, big voice guy. Isn't that you, Easy? Thank you, my dear. I appreciate that. I do know this. I must kick out the audience who is enjoying the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube. So thank you so much for being here. Go to Twitch if you want the show uninterrupted. Either download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live, all one word, or on your desktop or laptop, go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, and there you are. Build your own account. It's free. That way you can communicate on the chat, crack jokes, have a good time, tell me to fuck off, all that shit, and follow me on Twitch. Thank you. Patreon, as you know, is very, very big for me. That's where I make my money, in addition to sponsors on the free podcast. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. 7 days free can be yours. That's right. 7 days free can be yours when you go to patreon.com/Eric Zane. It's the home of Who Are These Free Beers? Who Are These Zanes? Soon to be Who Are These Stephen Kyles? That's going to be fun. My daily Patreon bonus podcast that we do every weekday. And the Lost Zane recordings. And what else? I'm going to bring the Insane Asylum back. So what I do on the show, on the radio, I will be able to repost on Patreon. The whole show. Every day. That is going to happen again as soon as I can get past this technological issue that we are having right now with me. Thank you, though, for watching on Facebook.